Bro, I used to be so emotional, but not emotional in a way which you say, oh, you are happy, oh, you are sad. No, no, no. Emotional in a way that I would let my emotions take the best out of me. They would control me instead of me controlling them. And this is something that is very clear when you see that little kid in your class who you used to play football with, but every single time that he would lose at that game, he would just get super, super frustrated. He would get angry and just shout at everyone. That was me. I was that kid. I was that kid who if something didn't go their way, he will get super super angry and frustrated at anyone. I will become unbearable and you couldn't even talk to me for the next couple of hours because how hysterical I was. And in today's video, I want to show you how I was able to fix that. Because our goal today is not to block our emotions. In order to become less emotional, it's not about just blocking your emotions and become a robot and say, oh, I don't have emotions. I am a robot. I can follow the plan, whatever. Our goal is to know that we have emotions, to detect them and say, okay, this is exactly what I'm feeling, but I am in control. I'm in control of what I'm going to do next and how this is going to affect my just a state of mind, how I react to this situation right here. So there's this thing that I learned how to do, and I learned it on this app called Headspace, and it's basically as if you imagine your mind as a clear sky, as a clear blue sky, like all beautiful and whatever. And all of a sudden, all of your thoughts and all of your emotions that are coming inside of your brain are like little clouds. And those little clouds may be you getting angry, maybe it's you distracting yourself and thinking about what thing you're going to eat this afternoon, or maybe it's about that one time that you got super angry and you activate that emotion so that right now, even though nothing has happened, you become angry as well and you imitate that emotion. Well, what we are going to do it's just to acknowledge those emotions because we cannot block them. We cannot say, okay, the clouds cannot come into our sky. No. What we want to do is to say, okay, maybe this feeling right here is a feeling of nostalgia when I remember about when I was a kid. Maybe this feeling right here is me wanting just to become better. Maybe this feeling right here is me being sad. We identify those feelings and we acknowledge them. We don't let them go. Okay, we let them go, but we don't just stick to them. We don't grab them and say, okay, I need to focus on this thing. It's okay for us to have feelings, and it's okay for us to have emotions, and they just go past by. And this is something that I have just used a lot for my procrastination. I would procrastinate a lot. All these little clouds, a lot of them will be, oh, I would do it tomorrow. Oh, I would do it just the next couple of days, whatever. And I would label all of these emotions as saying, okay, this emotion is me procrastinated. I'm going to call it Mr. Soy Ivan. Mr. Soy Ivan is the kind of guy who would just procrastinate every single one of his actions. He will not go to the gym. He will be just simply put it a pussy, okay? And I will label this little cloud and I will fight it with another cloud which is bigger, which is something that I'm more proud of. And that would be Mr. Megatron Ivan. Who is Mr. Megatron Ivan? Mr. Megatron Ivan is super disciplined. Mr. Megatron Ivan who works very, very hard in every single one of his goals. Mr. Megatron Ivan works out the hardest guy in the gym. He is one of the best people, most disciplined people that you could ever find. So whenever I have that feeling of, oh, I'm going to procrastinate, Mr. Soy Ivan, who's a pussy, is going to be fought by this Mr. Megatron Ivan. And that's exactly how I label my emotions. You acknowledge that they are there, but you act in a way which you can control them. Do you see those guys, the worst people that you could ever imagine? Rapists, people who kill other people who fight in the street like for no reason. They are emotional. They don't act because of logic. They are acting impulsively because of the thing that they are doing. If they did this exercise and they saw the emotions that they were feeling in the moment, maybe it's anger, maybe it's that man just talked to their, I don't know, girlfriend or whatever, and they feel very jealous and they just want to punch him. If they realize that, okay, this is my emotion, this is not logical, I am feeling this, but I'm going to label it and I'm going to let that thing pass because it's only an emotion and I am in control of everything that I do. Maybe there wouldn't be such many men that are bad on this world. Because the thing is that when you are able to control your emotions, you are directly able to control all of your actions. And when you are able to control your emotions, the less chances you have of doing these stupid things like that, like just punching a guy in the face when you're partying or whatever. And that's essentially what meditation is. Because a lot of guys who go into self-improvement are like, oh, how do you meditate? How you meditate? Meditation is just simply knowing what emotions you are feeling. It's not clearing your mind and say, oh, I have to think about nothing. It's just simply acknowledging the thing that is crossing your mind right now and going back to the thing that you were doing. That's essentially how you meditate. If I'm meditating, I'm saying, oh, I am trying to control my breath. And then all of a sudden I think about this one task that I have to do in the afternoon. I'll say, okay, this feeling, what is this called? This is a task. This is me thinking about the future. Okay, I label it and then I go back to my focus. And that's essentially how you learn to control your emotions. In the span of about 20 days, something like that, if you keep meditating, if you keep doing this exercise of labeling, you'll see the best results in your mind. You'll be able to concentrate on your task. You'll be able to just do the thing that I'm doing right now. Just sit in front of the camera and be able to speak without your mind just going throughout just 50 different places. And that's essentially how you become more emotionless. As always, stay patient because your prophecy is unfolding. I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.